Hello, Lions fans, one pride. I'm Dustin Davis, and welcome to Lions Express Report. The upcoming season has placed the Detroit Lions in a complicated but pivotal position. Their roster carries proven talent and high expectations, yet the closer one looks, the clearer it becomes that certain areas still lack stability. With the pressure of sustained success looming, the franchise has been forced to weigh short-term fixes against long-term building blocks. The process has brought difficult questions to the surface. Depth at key positions remains a topic of discussion. The defensive line has yet to reach its full potential, and the secondary continues to invite scrutiny. While the core foundation is strong, the margins of this team could decide whether it takes the next step or stalls under the weight of heightened expectations. What follows is a closer look at the calculated moves and hypothetical opportunities surrounding Detroit, from practice squad additions to bold trade proposals, and how each decision could influence both the present and future. Let's check out all the news from the last few hours. First, friends, can I ask for a small favor? If you're liking what we do, click the like button to show your support. It truly means a lot. Thanks again. On Monday, Detroit Lions head coach Dan Campbell confirmed the front office was seeking a battle-tested quarterback to round out the depth chart behind starter Jared Goff and primary backup Kalen Allen. Quote, "We're looking for somebody that, if we need them, we know they can run the show. They can run the offense. They can process the information more than can we find a guy to develop that's unknown. All of those. I'd rather have a guy, somebody that's certainly if we're familiar with, or somebody you just know they get in the game, they're going to get you in the right play, be smart with the football, and all of those things." Detroit appeared to act on that mandate when the roster wire stayed quiet on Wednesday. Transaction reports revealed that 5 players were brought in for a workout, including veteran quarterbacks C.J. Beathard and Nathan Peterman. NFL Network's Mike Garafolo reported that Beathard is expected to join Detroit's practice squad following the tryout, a move that would require a corresponding cut. At the time of reporting, the transaction had not been finalized. Beathard, a third-round pick in the 2017 draft, is entering his 9th NFL season. He's carved out a role as a veteran backup with intermittent starting opportunities, 32 appearances and 13 starts overall. His recent action has been sparse, with only 66 passes thrown over the past 4 years. Most of that came in a 2023 start for Jacksonville, where he completed 17 of 24 passes for 178 yards in a 26-0 victory over Carolina. Beathard's career path has seen him bounce from Jacksonville to Miami and back, though he remained unsigned this offseason until now. Peterman, another quarterback from the 2017 draft class, has spent 9 seasons in the league, but with far less playing time. He owns 5 career starts, the most recent in 2022 with the Bears. After time in Raiders camp and a stint on Atlanta's practice squad, he too entered 2025 without a team, but has participated in workouts. This move highlights Detroit's commitment to stability. A proven veteran presence behind Goff is not about upside. It's about ensuring the offense stays functional if pressed into an emergency situation. And while the quarterback depth chart remains a focus, other areas of the roster demand equally serious consideration. While quarterback depth is secured, another pressing issue lingers on defense: the hunt for a reliable edge presence. Even with confidence in the roster's foundation, one glaring vulnerability continues to surface: the edge opposite Aiden Hutchinson. His expected return from injury is a boost, but Marcus Davenport, projected as the starter on the other side, comes with question marks tied to health and inconsistent production. For that reason, trade discussions are heating up. Among the names drawing attention is New York Giants edge rusher Kayvon Thibodeaux. Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox recently floated the possibility, proposing that the Lions acquire Thibodeaux in exchange for a 2026 second-round pick. Thibodeaux, the number 5 overall selection in his draft, has tallied 21 sacks in 43 career games. His 2023 campaign was his best yet, posting 11.5 sacks, followed by 5.5 in 12 games during 2024. While not in elite territory, those numbers represent a level of disruption Detroit could use. The team does not require another superstar. It needs a reliable complement to Hutchinson, one capable of capitalizing on single blocking when opponents account for Detroit's interior line. However, there is a caveat. New York's leadership, including Coach Thibodeaux and GM Joe Schoen, remain under scrutiny, and moving a player like Thibodeaux would not come lightly.
He remains a key piece of their defense, though his rookie-scale deal worth roughly $31 million through 2026 complicates matters. If the Giants' season deteriorates, selling could become an option. Detroit has the luxury of riding out the regular season with its current group, but the chance to strengthen the defense with a cost-effective ascending edge rusher cannot be dismissed. In the right circumstances, a move for Thibodeaux could redefine this team's pass rush depth.
While Thibodeaux represents one option, another possibility involves Jacksonville's Travon Walker. Drafted first overall in 2022, Walker was always considered more of a developmental projection than a polished product on day one. At 6'5" and 272 pounds, his physical traits stood out immediately. Over time, his progress has started to match the potential. Coaches see versatility, solid run defense, and the ability to align across multiple spots, coupled with moments of high-end pass rush impact. The NFC North landscape shifted when Green Bay swung aggressively to acquire Micah Parsons, resetting the balance of power and putting pressure on Detroit to respond. Parsons is a difference maker, and answering that kind of addition requires real firepower. Pairing Walker with Hutchinson could be a direct countermeasure. His rookie year included 3.5 sacks, 49 tackles, 2 passes defended, a forced fumble, and an interception in 15 games. Improvement was evident as he entered his second season, collecting 10 sacks, 52 tackles, 19 QB hits, and 10 tackles for loss in 2023. By 2024, he posted another 10.5 sacks, plus 61 tackles and 15 QB hits, marking back-to-back double-digit sack years and 24 career sacks through 3 seasons. Jacksonville has already exercised his fifth-year option, keeping him under control through 2026 at about $14.75 million for 2025. Reports have linked Walker to trade speculation, including interest from other NFC contenders like Philadelphia. That makes it critical for Detroit to remain engaged if discussions materialize. With Hutchinson recovering from leg surgery, depth on the edge is still fragile. Adding Walker would bring length, burst, and closing speed that complement Detroit's defensive scheme. The financial side is manageable too, with a 2025 cap hit of $11.9 million, giving the Lions flexibility to either extend or let his current deal run. A realistic proposal could look like this. Detroit receives edge Travon Walker and 6th-round pick. Jacksonville receives Detroit's 2026 first-round pick, 2026 fourth-round pick, and a conditional 2027 third-rounder that escalates to a second if Walker reaches 10 sacks or Detroit reaches the NFC Championship game. Comparable trades suggest this would be a fair price, especially given Walker's age, productivity, and team control. For Detroit, pairing Hutchinson with another ascending force would be a decisive step forward in a division that just welcomed Parsons. GM Brad Holmes owes it to the roster to explore the option. Strengthening the front is vital, but the Lions also know their secondary can't be overlooked, and that's where another trade idea emerges. Bolstering the defensive line is one priority, but Detroit must also consider its secondary. That brings Dallas cornerback Trevon Diggs into focus as a potential acquisition. The Cowboys, fresh off their own blockbuster trade involving Parsons, are undergoing organizational shifts. Diggs' reported frustration with the team and Dallas's extension of Deron Bland have fueled speculation about his future. For Detroit, the timing could be favorable. Why Diggs fits Detroit? The Lions' defense projects to start Terrion Arnold and DJ Reed at corner, but depth behind them remains thin. Khalil Dorsey and Rock Ya-Sin provide support, though neither offers long-term certainty. Injuries are inevitable, and without adequate depth, the unit could falter. Adding Diggs would bring immediate playmaking ability. Known for his ball-hawking skills and momentum-changing interceptions, he has the experience and instincts that align with Detroit's emphasis on turnovers. Even if he didn't slot into every snap duties immediately, his presence would allow for rotational use, spot starts, and specialty packages that cover gaps elsewhere. Schematically, Diggs fits Detroit's preference for corners who press, disrupt, and take calculated risks. Combined with his playoff background, he would add stability and upside to a defense in transition, especially after the Lions lost both coordinators to head coaching jobs this offseason. A reasonable gamble. The Lions' preseason turbulence highlighted the importance of continuity and depth, making a trade for Diggs a logical consideration. If the price is right, the move could help stabilize the secondary while positioning Detroit for a serious postseason push. What do you think about Detroit's decision to bring in a veteran quarterback like C.J. Beathard for depth? On the defensive front,
Should the Lions seriously pursue a move for Kayvon Thibodeaux if the Giants make him available, or is giving up draft capital too steep for a player who hasn't fully broken out yet? When it comes to Travon Walker, do you believe pairing him with Aiden Hutchinson would be worth parting with a first-round pick, or should the Lions hold firm and trust their current rotation? And finally, would adding Trevon Diggs be the missing piece for Detroit's secondary, or does the potential cost outweigh the benefit of another high-profile defensive back? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget, like and subscribe to join our fan base and stay up to date. Let's grow stronger with Lions. Until next time.